Her memory was taken in an instant, a medical mystery that stumped doctors, but this little girl's spirit is stronger than ever thanks to the thrill of the game.
First tonight, though, thousands are getting one last glimpse of Houston's most famous building. People are still in line tonight waiting to get inside the Astrodome before renovations begin.
The dome coming was supposed to wrap up 2 hours ago. Larry Seward is live inside the dome. Larry, a huge turnout to witness history here.
That's still a huge turnout. All of those people that you see behind me, both going in the Astrodome and on your left coming out, they all have dome coming tickets. And management wanting to make sure everybody here gets their time inside the Astrodome tonight told them as long as they were in line by 8 o'clock, they would be able to come through because it just means so much.
Throwback music.
Because we're the Houston Oilers.
Played on loop while Houstonians circled, entered, and recorded history.
It was like, wow.
For one night, Houston's hollowed out and mostly abandoned Astrodome reopened to anyone with a ticket.
It's a goosebump kind of sensation when you go in.
Inside, between AstroTurf, old Oilers gear, and photo ops with Astros greats, fans savored memories.
Mike Scott's no-hitter.
Even those too young to have them.
This jacket's from 1980. I wasn't born yet, but my grandpa was, and he snagged it just for me.
The scoreboard was my favorite memory, and the charge man. Charge!
78-year-old former Astros Booster Club president and season ticket holder Joanne Hanzelka raised 4 kids around events here.
This dome provided entertainment for everybody in Houston of one sort or another.
Now they're raising the floor literally. Harris County ordered renovations. In 2 years, the dome will be one 9-acre event center, open for conventions, exhibits, and more. County Judge Ed Emmett and Mayor Sylvester Turner met people already interested in renting.
This is going to be back as a revenue generator that'll help us maintain the entire NRG complex.
After dark, the line kept growing, mostly people itching to see the dome as it was one last time.
Back here live, this is the line that is still wrapped partially around the Astrodome. All of these people will get their time inside the Astrodome. I have no idea how long they're going to be here. They've been here through the rain, when it was shining, or the sun was shining at least. Judge Emmett and Mayor Sylvester Turner told me that when the dome does reopen, they expect people to be less nostalgic and more excited about its future. We are live outside the Astrodome. Larry Seward, KHOU, 11 News.
I tell you, Larry, closing a chapter and starting a new one.
Yeah, if he's not careful, he might be there in the morning with the morning team because
Right.
the party will still be going on. Thank you, Larry.
Well, there have been a ton of photos from many of you who spent the evening inside the dome. Feelings of joy, sadness, excitement about the future, but still thinking about the history. And we have just as many photos on our website, KHOU.com, and the KHOU 11 mobile app. Take a look at Astrodome photos through the years. See more footage from Drone 11 as well, and look at what the future holds once the makeover is complete.
Starting tomorrow, Houston's Bark Animal Shelter will be shut down for 1 week because of an illness spreading among dozens of dogs. There are nearly 400 dogs at the shelter on the north side. 23 of them are showing symptoms of an upper respiratory illness. It is believed to be distemper. Bark is taking all the healthy dogs out, treating the sick ones, and cleaning the kennels. The shelter is teaming up with rescue partners to house hundreds of animals while the shelter is closed.
Tonight, big changes are underway at schools in Fort Bend County.
Yeah, some campuses will be closing, the district consolidating in order to make way for newer, bigger schools.
Lauren Tallarico is live from Sugar Land. A lot of parents not happy about this, Lauren.
Not happy and confused, Mia. Tonight there was a meeting inside Sugar Mill Elementary, one of several schools possibly on the chopping block. And I can tell you this community is sick about it.
People move in so that they can go to this school because it's a good school.
Built in 1984, Sugar Mill Elementary has a rich past.
Save us and me.
But tonight this community is worried it won't have a future.
Just a huge mess.
SME is one of several Fort Bend ISD schools facing closure or consolidation. It's part of a long-term plan to help the district deal with its rapid student growth. The schools were chosen based on infrastructure or enrollment, freeing up funds to eventually build bigger schools where there's more demand.
Why would you close a school?
that is literally in the heart of a neighborhood.
Sugar Mill is a unique situation as it's close this school or the one right down the road, Lakeview.
Right now the debate is back and forth on which one is more feasible to keep and to get rid of.
Lakeview is over 100 years old and they don't want to close either, which now has 2 schools in one community begging to be spared.
We obviously both love our schools, we love our neighborhoods, and nobody wants to see their school go away.
Now, whichever school stays open would absorb the kids from the other school after an expansion. Now, I do want to mention this is still very early on in the planning process. There are still 2 meetings where you can give your input. The district wants your input. Those meetings are tomorrow and Wednesday. If you are concerned about your school, you should try to go. Those details on our website, KHOU.com. Standing for Houston and reporting from Sugar Land, I'm Lauren Tallarico, KHOU 11 News.
All right, Lauren, thank you. And developing tonight, Governor Greg Abbott is sending at least 1,000 National Guard troops to the border. President Trump has ordered Guard troops to help secure the border until the wall is built. The governor says there is no timetable for troop deployment, saying, quote, "We may be in this for the long haul." In Arizona tonight, 225 National Guardsmen have been sent to the border, more than 100 others scheduled to arrive there tomorrow. And tonight, customs officials are releasing these photographs of 112 undocumented immigrants who were captured in South Texas over the weekend, all of them from Central America. We're told more than a dozen children were traveling on their own.
Developing tonight, the search is on for this man who posted video on Snapchat firing a semi-automatic weapon out of a car window. This happened in Northwest Houston either in late March or early this month. The man was in the back seat when he fired. Thankfully, no one was hit. Other videos clearly showed the man's face and his username. Shooting videos on Snapchat have become a troubling trend in the Houston area, but police say they've arrested suspects in the past, and with your help identifying this guy, they will put him behind bars as well. A federal judge has denied a request to throw out an international kidnapping case. That means Carlos and Jemima Guimaraes will face international kidnapping and conspiracy charges. The couple is accused of helping their daughter kidnap her young son from Houston and take him to their native Brazil. The boy's father is fighting to get him back. The trial will begin May 7th.
President Trump says he will decide within the next day or two how the U.S. will respond to a suspected chemical attack in Syria. That attack killed at least 60 people on Saturday. The White House saying Syria's president may be responsible. Trump warning tonight that all military options are on the table. The president calls today's FBI raid on his attorney's office a witch hunt. He says it is an attack on our country. Federal agents raided Michael Cohen's New York City office and hotel room this afternoon, seizing emails, business records, and documents relating to several topics, including the payment made to adult film actress Stormy Daniels. Cohen admits to paying her $130,000 right before the presidential election. Daniels says the money was to buy her silence about an alleged affair in 2006 with Trump. The president denying the allegations.
Cleanup is finally about to get underway at the San Jacinto River waste pits. The EPA reached an agreement with the 2 companies they say are potentially responsible for the dangerous waste that sits along I-10 between Channelview and Highlands. The EPA will be on site to make sure none of that waste is spilled.
Well, it is a flashback in time with one special and surprising delivery. A woman gets a package back in the mail 20 years later. She finally opens it to see what's inside.
It is strawberry season, but the selection, well, it's not exactly great. The reason why it may be harder to get your hands on a nice bundle of berries. Plus,
when I woke up from that pass out, I did not remember anyone or anything.
A sudden severe memory loss forced her to learn everything all over again, except one thing. That game that given the girl and her family hope. David.
I'm looking forward to seeing that story. And it is drizzly outside and kind of misty, so I'm tracking that. Tomorrow morning is going to be chilly, but the sun comes out tomorrow afternoon. We'll talk about yet another strong cold front on the way when I see you again after the break.